The day that changes everything is not coming. It is already here, right now. In this exact moment, as these words reach your ears, something inside you already knows. This is different. This is not another motivational speech you will forget by morning. This is the moment your nervous system has been bracing for, the moment your soul has been quietly preparing for, even when your mind refused to believe it was possible. Something in you cracked open just enough to let the light in. And that crack, that tiny, terrifying crack, is where everything begins. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for the right time, waiting for the right circumstances, waiting for someone to grant them permission to become who they were always meant to be. But Carl Jung, one of the most penetrating minds in the history of human consciousness, told us something most people are still not ready to hear. Transformation does not ask for your schedule. It does not wait for your comfort. It detonates the moment your awareness shifts. The moment you decide, with every cell in your body, that the old version of you no longer exists. So before we go any further, if you feel this message is reaching you at exactly the right moment, drop 11 in the comments right now. Write 11. I am the architect of my own awakening. Because that is precisely what is happening to you in this moment. You are not watching a video. You are standing at the threshold of your own rebirth. Now tighten your grip, because the life you have been constructing in your dreams, the one you reach for every night before sleep pulls you under, that life begins in this exact second, right where you are standing. In this era, most people grow up believing that change is a slow, grinding, brutal process, that success must be bled for, that healing requires decades, that transformation is something that happens to other people, the lucky ones, the gifted ones, the ones born under different stars. They become trapped in the illusion that suffering is the price of becoming. But the most naked truth is this: transformation does not require time. Transformation requires a sharp, irreversible leap inside your own consciousness. The instant you decide, with unshakable certainty, that your past shadows, your old wounds, and the inherited patterns of your ancestors no longer define you, the entire architecture of your reality begins to tremble and reconstruct itself. Think about that for one moment. What if everything you have been chasing, everything you have wept for, everything you have whispered prayers about, what if it has been right beside you all along, simply waiting for you to open your arms and receive it? Carl Jung taught us that the key to transformation is not the passing of months or years. It is the living energy you carry within you. The instant you stop existing as a victim of what life has thrown at you and begin moving as the deliberate architect of your own luminous future, everything shifts into an entirely different frequency. The deepest wound most of us carry is this: we have been sleepwalking, waking each morning beneath the same exhaustion, cycling through the same anxious thoughts, replaying the same mistaken patterns we memorized years ago, then wondering, genuinely wondering, why nothing ever changes. We do not even realize we are trapped inside a loop, endlessly rewinding the same painful record. But let me give you the secret of how your mind actually operates. Your brain is not carved from stone. It was not handed to you as a fixed, unchangeable monument. It was designed, specifically and magnificently designed, to be reshaped by your will. Neuroscience has proven this with extraordinary precision. Every single thought that moves through your mind generates electrical signals and constructs neural pathways. The more frequently you repeat a thought, the stronger that connection becomes. Over months and years, these pathways sculpt your habits, your emotional reactions, your character, and ultimately, the life you experience. Carl Jung observed that most people are profoundly addicted to their own past, not because they enjoy suffering, but because the emotions that past generates have become chemically familiar. Stress, anxiety, the dread of tomorrow. These states release such powerful biochemical signals into the body that over time, the cells themselves begin to crave that toxic familiarity. And this is why, even when a person logically desires a better existence, the unconscious quietly pulls them back into the old pit. The one that hurts, yes, but the one that feels known, and known feels safe. But here's where the story becomes genuinely extraordinary. Your brain cannot distinguish between what is actually happening in the external world and what you are vividly constructing in your imagination. If you can paint a clear, luminous picture of your future, the peaceful, abundant, healthy existence you desire, and if you can feel the exhilaration and deep gratitude of that future right now, in this present moment, your brain will begin restructuring itself as though that future has already arrived. This is not philosophy. This is not mysticism. This is science in its most direct and uncompromising form. We call it neuroplasticity, the brain's capacity to shatter its old rusted chains and construct entirely new bridges toward possibility. Carl Jung spoke frequently of the quantum field, that boundless, infinite ocean of potential from which all possibilities emerge. Your healthiest self, your most abundant self, the version of you that has fully actualized every gift sleeping inside you. That version is not waiting for you somewhere in a distant future. That version already exists, right now, inside that limitless sea of probability. The only reason you have not yet merged with that reality is because your beliefs, your daily emotional state, and your energy are still locked onto yesterday's darkened frequency. The key to turning your reality completely inside out is startlingly simple. You must stop being the person who created today's struggle and begin living as though you already possess the extraordinary existence your heart craves. Think as that peaceful person thinks. Feel what that person feels. Smile at the world the way that person smiles. But this is precisely where most people lose their footing. They dream of an entirely different life while clinging to their old identity with white-knuckled desperation. They want abundance, but move through their days with a scarcity mindset, counting their last coins with trembling hands. They want deep, genuine love, but surround their hearts with walls of steel forged from old betrayals. They want success, but are terrified, absolutely terrified, of releasing the belief that they are not worthy of it. You cannot inhabit two worlds simultaneously. You cannot grip yesterday with both hands and still step into tomorrow. A decision must be made. Carl Jung said that if you want to create a new reality, you must teach your body, emotionally, physically, energetically, what that illuminated future actually feels like. And you must do this before any visible evidence appears in the external world. When you accomplish this, you send such a powerful signal into that invisible field of possibility that the universe has no choice but to reorganize the circumstances of your life around your new energetic signature. Your past is not your destiny. Your mind is a universe capable of rewriting yesterday, transcending the boundaries of linear time, and generating miraculous realities that do not yet exist in physical form. The extraordinary power you have always needed is moving through your veins right now. It has always been in your hands. The majority of people live in such unconscious autopilot that they merely react to whatever the external world places before them. A crisis at work triggers a volcanic eruption of rage. A cutting remark reopens every wound of inadequacy they carry. A single failure becomes irrefutable proof that they will never rise again. And this is exactly how people slowly corrode from the inside. They become prisoners of a suffocating cycle where yesterday eternally strangles today. Their magnificent brains, designed for expansion, for creation, for wonder, deteriorate into machines that simply reheat the same fear, the same rage, the same impoverished identity, day after day. Carl Jung teaches us that the brain is not a dusty archive of the past. It is a golden map of the future. But tragically, most people unknowingly hand the pen of tomorrow's map to the painful experiences of yesterday. Their minds become time machines, but instead of launching them toward hope-filled horizons, these machines drag them back into the dim corridors of what was. They copy the past instead of building the future. What happens when a human being stops being a passive spectator of their own story and becomes the active creator of their own stage? Everything changes at the root. Because emotions are not merely feelings fluttering inside us. When a person perpetually writhes in fear, rage, and deprivation, the body locks itself into survival mode. The mind abandons all impulse toward creation. In that contracted state, genuine growth becomes nearly impossible. This is why people cannot escape those dark trenches. While their bodies are saturated in old biochemistry, they naively believe that thinking differently alone will deliver them to a new life. But genuine, shattering transformation does not begin with shallow thoughts. It begins with the elevated emotions that make the soul rise. Carl Jung stated that transformation occurs only when crystal-clear intention marries itself to a deeply felt, mountain-moving emotion. When a person not only visualizes their abundant future, but simultaneously experiences, right now, the joy, the gratitude, the exhilaration of already living inside that future, their biology begins to shift immediately. New neural pathways form. Dormant genes awaken. The body begins preparing itself for that magnificent reality before it has materialized physically. This is not wishful thinking. This is science. And this is precisely where the quantum field enters. Many people dismiss this territory as irrational.